It's barred. Like it is one of those like it's a deadbolt.
All right. Well,
As far
before
as
we
you can
break
tell.
down the door, let's walk around the tower and see if there's like any obvious secondary exits or anything like that.
Variel, climb up the tower and tell us what you can see.
I need to leave my skills behind.
You need to leave. You need to leave you behind.
That's it.
Did we see anything as we walked around the tower?
No, surprisingly enough, the tower's in pretty good shape.
All right.
There's a hole up. There's a hole up on one of the higher floors, but it's probably well beyond what any of you could reach.
Wait, can I try climbing? If I fail, do I die?
Depends on how high you get.
It's about 3 floors up.
I can do it.
That's roughly 30 feet.
I can do it. I got a
Why
+4.
don't we just go in swords blazing?
No. This would be way more fun. I'm gonna climb it.
You
Wait,
do
wait,
realize that you have to go down 3 floors once you've climbed up alone.
And
I will
you
slaughter
realize the only thing
everybody
you've had
there.
this morning is, what, brandy or something?
He had a bottle of brandy.
That's enough.
On an empty stomach in the morning.
Let's just break down
You
the
want to
door.
climb.
Let's just
I'm
break down.
climbing it. I'm climbing it.
If we can't break down the door, we could always try burning it down. The structure's made of stone.
It's okay, guys. I brought my warhammer just for this
Just
sort of
the
thing.
occasion.
Loud and proud entry. Let's go.
You guys are no fun. Fine. Fight my way in.
All right. So we're going with the door plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Wait,
worked.
should we
It,
knock
it worked
first?
with. It worked. The loud method worked for us in the gambling hall. I think we should keep going with that.
Yeah.
Who's asking if you should knock?
I am. I think we should knock first.
I think we should knock.
Just let them know that we're here.
I think we should knock with a warhammer. Like, I
Okay.
think our knocking should be breaking the door down.
I think I've been outvoted. Alright, let's do this.
All right. Whoever's doing this, give me a strength check
Alright.
How do I do it?
on your core sheet.
Well, I don't
I'll
know.
give it a shot.
Okay.
Oh.
Apparently, it's funny. The man who was most against this idea,
Showing off.
like, he just sort of walks up to the door all mopey and just slams up against it and falls off its hinges.
All right. What do we see?
Well, the smell has gotten significantly worse. But there's no lighting or anything. In fact, the room itself seems completely empty, sans a grate in the floor, or sans a trap door.
Oh crap! I forgot to buy torches.
But I bought a bunch.
You bought some?
I have-
Okay.
I have dark vision. Can I see anything? Or not dark vision, low light vision.
Oh yeah, you don't see much that the others don't. It's just you just see it better.
Okay.
It's a rather empty room, bunch of dust, cobwebs everywhere. What little furniture is in there is decayed. Probably been a good long time since this tower's seen any use.
Okay.
Wait, I'm a bit confused. This is a tower, and we're on the ground floor, but there's no way up.
Oh, there are stairs. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So there's a grate,
There's a trap door.
there's a trap door off to the side, and there's stairs going up, and the putrid odor is getting worse.
Well,
Yep.
I mean, because we opened the door.
Like, gag me with Kyras' vomit worse.
At this point, the 4 of you are reminiscent of the barrel of vomit from the alley, and considering that is a fine perfume. Your trek through the sewers was better than this.
Okay.
Okay.
And let's crank open that trap door and see what's down there.
Is that what everyone's doing?
I mean, let's open it up. I don't know. I don't think we should all go down so we also check out the upstairs. but
Well, I
let's
said,
open it
look.
first.
We probably should split into 2 teams.
Okay.
Even if one team just stays to guard the trapdoor's entrance and the other team goes down.
All right.
Okay.
Fine.
Oh.
Vladius, you want to come upstairs with me?
I guess I guess the two guys that have like 20 for their hit should be separated.
Yeah. that was my
Efficient
thing.
allocation of resources.
All right. Well, I would assume that if Lord Rook is here, since he's doing unseemly things, he's probably going to be downstairs. So, I guess I'll take Vladius with me. Because I think I can tank everything. And that'll give us some good balanced team to go clear the upstairs.
Okay, I guess we're going downstairs, Raz.
No, you're going
Weird.
upstairs.
I thought you guys were going. Okay.
I think if the Lord Rook is here, he's probably going to be, doing his experiments or whatever he's doing with all these weird. Remember, he was asking for weird people, like all these left-handed people or something like that. So I'm assuming some experimentation's going on. So I'm going to assume he's downstairs in some like dungeon laboratory thing. So
Okay.
He's either upstairs chilling like a boss in a penthouse that smells horrible, or he's downstairs in a lab cooking up some Frankenstein stuff.
yeah.
All right.
So I imagine you're going to encounter something upstairs, but I don't think it's anything that will require too much manpower.
All right.
Okay, but aren't
mean-
aren't Kyras and I the most
Like we're the stronger
armored
team.
people?
Yeah.
You have the higher armor, but I think between if I just tank it, Vladius should be able to deal out the damage.
I should be able to give out enough cover fire to take down a few guys.
Or
not.
we can just forego this whole splitting up plan and just go upstairs, clear it out, then run downstairs.
But that leaves downstairs clear to have anyone run.
Well, I mean, there's a grate. I said let's just go upstairs. 'Cause I don't
Wait.
know if
You said there was
downstairs
furniture in
we're gonna find a whole bunch of,
the
like,
there was
rotting
furniture and
bodies or
stuff in the
something.
first floor.
Yeah, there's like a table, some chairs.
All right, we're gonna
Put it
throw
on
all the
top of
furniture.
the-
We're gonna throw all the furniture on top of the grate and go upstairs.
There we go.
Top of the trapdoor, but yeah, I said great because I misspoke.
Okay, trapdoor.
Yeah.
I'm assuming there's enough furniture that it's gonna make it difficult to open.
Yeah, should be.
All right. So we've thrown all this crap on the great door and we're going upstairs. One party.
Yeah.
Yep. You make your way up to the second floor, and it's much the same as the first. Smell's getting a little better, but not by much. You get up to the third final floor, and there is the massive hole in the wall. And presumably because of ventilation, this is the perhaps best smelling room. But again, it's still very dusty, and there are bats sleeping up on the ceiling.
So nothing.
Nothing.
Wait. Perception checks, guys. Look for loot.
I don't know. Anything of value hiding around here?
There's nothing.
Okay.
Unless one of you is a dust bunny collector.
Right.
Then
You're a
again, I don't-
fine specimen.
They're so cute and cuddly.
And here starts the dust bunny collection of Kyras, the great collection.
He's gonna name that one Jeffrey.
This one's gonna be a fine present for Steve. That'll be his payment.
Oh God.
Like that you're apparently the only one who likes Steve. Like you just don't get the situation he's in. Like that's how you say hello. to
I
people.
love how he's the guy who cracked him in the nuts with the bar stool.
That's just how he says hi, apparently.
Look, at that time he was a bad guy. Now he's a good guy, so we're all good.
I
How
like
is he a good guy?
I like Steve
Well,
because his situation amuses me.
All right, let me rephrase. Kyras is apparently the only one who likes Steve for reasons other than because he's a sadist.
All right, let's head back downstairs.
Yeah.
The four of you make your way back downstairs, clear the trapdoor, and open up. And a swarm of flies just shoots out in response to the door opening.
I think there's some dead people down there. I do too.
It is. It's fairly apparent now what the smell was.
That smells like butchered bodies.
I wasn't aware how familiar any of you would be with the scent of actual proper death.
They're warriors.
Well,
we do have an
Well, I
arson.
mean,
You got to
death
remember,
that's been left to sit.
Vladius is our cleanup crew guy. You know, he's after we go through and waste, kill a bunch of stuff. He's the one who's in charge of cleanup. He's the arsonist of the group.
Don't forget where I came from.
I was under the impression you just came from like the Shire and you just snapped out of boredom.
I am very familiar with the smell of death.
All right.
Well, it's not just death; it's death that's been left.
It
to sit
is
for a few days.
putrid death. It is that sweet smell of decay that makes you want to
Oh.
gag.
Yes. Well, you get down there, and sure enough, you find bodies just mangled. You're fairly certain by the size of the body parts you can see that they were human, or elf, or half-elf, various other things. There's even a couple of dwarves in there, but nothing is recognizable.
Are there any other doors or desks or anything like that?
There's a desk, but with papers scrawled everywhere. The papers all over it, and it's scrawled in very hasty penmanship. But it just comes across as the ramblings of a madman and equations and diagrams.
So nothing
Oh,
important on the papers.
I would still take them.
Probably worth showing the Duke. They probably thank us for this find.
At minimum, it's evidence to the case.
All right, we'll take the papers.
Are these bodies, are they just like, they've been mutilated or have they been like tampered with magically?
Well, since none of you have any kind of magical ability, you wouldn't be able to tell that last bit, aside from any obvious evidence like fire, but they've been various kinds of mutilation, like they've been hollowed out, they've had pieces taken.
It looks more like a butcher shop than a morgue.
One of the corpses on the table, it's had its limbs taken off and stitched back on very clumsily. It's got runes carved into the flesh. It's hard to, at least what you gathered was at one point, it's hard to, it just sort of sitting there in the only organ in its torso now, just deflated.
Is there, let's see, is there anything else around here? Anybody else want to do a perception check? I got a 10, so that's not very strong. But I was kind of wondering if there was something we were missing.
Oh, we're doing perception checks.
That'd be
It's,
good.
it's Spiral. You're going to do perception checks every time you come into a room.
4 before and after you leave.
I got distracted by the dust.
You
I
just
get
you found
distracted
a
by the
dust.
bodies.
You found a particularly delightful dust bunny, Talos.
Kyras, I found something for your collection.
Yes! I'm looking for Texas.
Oh, this is actually going to be a thing, isn't it?
Oh yeah. In fact, I'm gonna write it down.
Well, he did say he wanted another animal mascot for the party.
Dust bunny
Now,
number
dust
one.
bunnies are actually living creatures in this universe. They're
Hey, Kyras, what'd you name your first dust bunny?
Jeffrey.
Clyde.
Jeffrey.
No, wait, Clyde? Okay.
Oh, Clyde can be number 2. We can have Jeffrey number 1.
All right, we have Jeffrey and Clyde.
Where is he putting these? Like his ratty booze and vomit stained beard?
No, these guys are like, they just kind of sit on my shoulder. They're like actual bunnies. They just like look like dust. But they're living creatures.
I'll accept they sit on your shoulder, but they're living. I'm afraid that's just that Kyras is just in a perpetual state of drunkenness at this point.
No, they have to be.
Drunken imagination.
There was something off in the brandy.
But us as a group, as his friends, are gonna just enable his delusions.
I'm gonna do it for the fun of it.
As long as he doesn't bring them to the nightly cuddle sessions, I guess it's fine.
Remember to take care of your dust bunnies, Kyras. Be gentle. with
Anyway,
them.
on a more serious note, aside from the bodies, you don't really see anything of note. Although it does kind of look like whoever was here left in a hurry.
Was there no other like exit or hallway or anything? Is it just like a solid room?
And that you can see, it's just kind of a room. Well, there is a curtain leading to a smaller side room, but it's almost like a demented pantry. Just bodies hung from the ceiling and such, from the earthen ceiling.
Anything in there? There's gotta be something in
The
there.
curtain's been revealed.
Yeah, you push the curtain aside, and it is just more mutilated bodies in much the state as the one on the table. Though there are some trends. The bodies are all most of the bodies that are in. How do you get a -1 on perception?
I have -2.
So Kyras is apparently just busy chatting with Jeffrey and Clyde, getting them up to date on the situation. Okay, Talos. You inspect the bodies as you hold while holding your breath, and while most of them are they're all horribly mutilated, you do notice a few of them, the ones in, I hesitate to call it better condition, but there are a few like the one on the table with markings embedded in the skin and such. Some of them look like all of the flesh has been sheared from their bones. Not like they've been flayed, but as in the skin, the tissue, the tendons, all gone.
Must be magic. I wouldn't think a butcher would be that good.
I think we got a serial killer on our hands.
Yeah. Or some
What gave you
weird,
that idea?
Or some weird alchemist or
It's a
something.
hunch.
Someone just got a weird appetite.
Yeah. Alright.
Oh,
Well,
I had a
if
question
there's-
at the door. Yeah, I assume it was locked just from the outside.
The door to the tower? Yeah, it was
Yeah.
locked from the inside.
The inside. How
Who's
could-
here then?
I mean, I guess they would have had to go out through the hole on the 3rd floor.
How? They'd have to get by us.
No, this earlier.
Earlier. I
Oh,
mean,
earlier,
like,
okay.
If we found the tower locked from the inside, and no one's left,
Oh, okay, I
then
got
they
it,
must
I got it.
have left somehow while leaving the lock in place.
Yeah.
I think they're still here though. I think they're still here.
Why?
We were told that the stone structure was in good condition and that none of us were. Well, we didn't necessarily get told that none of us were going to be able to climb it, but we kind of resolved that a climb would be useless to do.
No, it's not that we determined it'd be useless. It's just that Variel would have a very hard time. Because he has negative,
Kyras wanted to climb. You reasoned that it would be too dangerous.
Yeah.
No, but I think he's still here. I mean, it doesn't make much sense to me for someone to go to the trouble of locking it from the inside and then climbing down when they could just lock it from the outside, most likely.
It's gonna lock. You can't really lock it from the outside.
Plus,
Well, then
we've already done perception checks on all the rooms. There's no other place.
We didn't do it on the 2nd floor.
Well, I'm assuming he just passed over the 2nd floor because there was nothing there. Or else the GM would have given us a chance to look at it.
It's weird. Like you said, the only way this could have worked is if someone locked the door and then left through the hole in the tower on the 3rd floor.
But you said they left in a hurry. That makes even less sense for them to climb that way. If you're running up, why would you take the trouble to lock the door? I think they're still here.
It does sound weird.
Of course, there could just be magical things that are beyond our understanding.
That's a cop-out.
I want to check the 2nd floor.
Alright, feel free. I'm guessing Kyras and Vladius, followed closely by the babysitters Talos and Variel, make their way to the 2nd floor.
Yeah.
Alright, y'all go ahead and give me perception checks if you want.
Darn it!
Okay, Variel. Apparently
That's
Variel
right.
had a minor's... Apparently Variel didn't get enough sleep in the cuddle pile. And just kind of forgot what he was doing and wandered back downstairs. Either that or he just wanted absolutely no part of this and left.
He didn't find any more dust bunny.
That's Kyras who's collecting.
Yeah, but I found a dust bunny.
There were none that were worthy specimens.
Okay.
Anyway. But, no, there's nothing here.
Let's check.
All right, here's
Yes.
one scenario. All right. So he's locked the door from the inside, and he's leaving this tower in a very inefficient way. We got corpses with magical runes on them. What if the reason the bottom door is locked from the inside and the reason he leaves in such a difficult fashion is that the tower isn't used as defense but as an enclosure?
What if
It's locked from the inside.
What if this is a trap?
What if those corpses are about to come to life? Is what I'm saying.
I brought my hammer. We'll be fine.
I think he left from the basement. Maybe there's a door we missed.
Did you see our perception checks for the basement? There's
okay,
nothing. There is nothing in the basement.
Except for a bunch of corpses with runes scrawled in them, and we're currently in a very tight enclosure with 3 floors and a hole in the top ceiling. That means either A, we're about to fight our way down to the 2nd floor, or B, we're about to jump out a 3rd-story window.
Okay, let's pile stuff back on that thing so they don't come to life and get us.
What are you guys so worried about? Half these guys don't even have like limbs or anything.
Anybody got like we just light them on fire.
You ever watch those zombie movies and think about that one guy who's like, zombies, they're slow, it's all right, and then he dies? Yeah, that's Variel.
Have you seen my armor?
Well, it's all right because of his perception check. Variel's the closest to the door. He'll be the first to know if anything goes wrong.
All right.
Or maybe given that role, he won't.
It's clear that nobody's here, so let's leave the tower. I'm assuming there's some woods nearby that we can stake out the tower.
No, that's actually pretty barren around the tower, just a few hills. And then nothing very big.
Can we hide behind a hill then?
I guess.
Okay.
You want to
Wait,
watch?
can we fix the door? Or at least lean it up against it so it looks like it's...
You gotta broke the lock, but yeah, you could
Yeah.
close it.
Okay,
It's
let's
on its hinges enough.
let's do that then so it looks like it's normal.
The point is we're going to be waiting nearby, so when somebody shows up and while they're busy inspecting the broken door, we'll rush them.
I'm a bit confused with this whole plan. What makes you think anyone's gonna want to come back?
I have no idea, but this is our only clue to where Rook is, so...
If he left hastily and left his papers here, which we now are in possession of...
Are we sure about the whole hastily leaving thing is because the papers were left there? Maybe this is just something they didn't want to be kept.
Here is my logic behind it. It's the GM describes the situation as it looks like somebody hastily left. I'm going to assume that it looks like somebody hastily left.
I say this is the only option we really have right now. Like maybe stake it out for a little bit and watch for clues or passerby.
Yeah, that's the only thing we have right now.
That's fine, but
What if
we
he...
could have looked into the barn a bit more.
What if he left hastily on an alternate route to go and meet up for a pickup at the barn?
Well, he's going to be sorely disappointed because old Shuck's gone.
Did we split up? Maybe someone go back to the barn, someone watch this, someone watch the barn?
No, I don't think splitting up right now would be good. Because the barn is all the way on the other side of the city.
If there's anyone who was there, we gave him the chance to get away. So.
And whoever this guy is, if he hastily left for a meeting, if we hide behind a hill, he should be back soon.
Yeah. Alright, so we're going to... We want to choose a hill that we can sufficiently hide behind, but still get to the tower in a timely manner.
Okay, yeah, there's one close enough.
Alright.
Got some tall enough grass you can just sort of lie down in it.
All right, and we're gonna do round the clock watches.
All right. Well, figure out the watch order, and then each of you in that order give me a perception check.
Alright, I've got -2, so I should probably... Maybe I can go first, since it seems like they'll be back later.
All right, so we'll do Kyras, Variel, me, then Talos.
All right.
Yeah.
Second time I've got -1.
It's up to your watch.
Rather impressive considering it's not even noon yet.
He did have a whole bottle of brandy. So.
He's a little low
Speaking of it.
little low on the booze.
Oh,
Wow.
no.
Now that one was not a 1 that he rolled, so it doesn't count as a critical failure.
So, did I see something then?
A little cloud flew by. Wow, we're not seeing anything. This guy's gonna get away. Yeah.
Again, what do you have for your perception?
His perception is 7.
Okay, so Kyras went on his watch, simply continues, apparently entrusted his watch to Jeffrey and Clyde. Just lying down on the ground with his hands up in the air, holding his dust bunnies.
Maybe we shouldn't have enabled him.
You guys got this.
Variel, he spends his time cloud watching after he gets bored. Talos is the only one who actually has the discipline to pay attention, and he sees nothing as the evening rolls in. And Vladius, well, he fell asleep. He apparently decided there was nothing of import going on and simply fell asleep.
I got bored.
You awake very early in the morning. Your back's stiff from sleeping in your armor.
You
And,
said anything about sleeping in armor, man.
Well, none of you suggested you were going to take your armor off.
I have endurance. I always sleep in my armor.
I haven't done anything, so I'm good.
That makes the cuddle pile. That makes the cuddle pile sound a lot less comfortable.
I'm chaotic evil, man. No armor, and you can check my inventory.
Do you?
We should maybe
You have armor.
we could stay another night.
No, when I'm asleep.
So, your attempts at I'm afraid, have failed.
Yeah.
So should we maybe stay another night and just kind of watch this throughout the day?
I was thinking we do a 2-day watch, 2 or 3. Because we managed to get from one side of the city to the other in one day. So I figure 1 day for him to try and figure out what's going on, and then a second day for him to come back. Is that alright with everyone?
I don't know. I
Okay
just
with
say
me,
we
'cause
just
I
wait.
kinda
We'll play it by
more
ear.
booze.
I
Yeah,
got
there
a
is that.
flask,
Unless you want
don't I?
Kyras to- yeah, but you didn't really fill it up before you left. You
All
drank
right.
all the brandy.
Tell you what, I'm gonna go back through the city, get some booze, then go to the bar. Or then go stake out the barn. So maybe Raz come with me.
Sure.
All right, and then so that way we'll have two. That way I'll get my booze, and then we can stake out both for a little bit.
Here's my thing, though. When we got the information on the guys who were conducting the trade at the barn, it was 4 guys showing up at the barn with some guys hidden in the woods, possibly hidden in the woods, just possibly.
Well, it's not ideal, but we really don't have a whole lot of options.
They're
But,
also
you know,
in cloaks and creepy masks, so they should be easy to spot.
So here's what I'm thinking: the tower isn't going anywhere. We have the research data. I'd rather, if y'all want to go back to the barn, I'd rather us go back as a party to the barn.
I was
So
saying.
So that if there is more people if the group is bigger than what the guy told us, there's a better chance of us surviving.